All right, ChroNoSo. So if you're listening on audio, you're rolling through this episode of ChroNoSo 84. If you're on video, this is it. It's me, JT, with my good buddy JAD. We were here for the first Piper's Pit ever, and immediately after that, we said we have to make sure we get this one because it's one of the most infamous, or probably the first like really famous
Well,
Piper's.
it's not to shrink it, but it's not the first one ever. But it's
Well, no, we did the first one ever.
oh,
Last
I
time.
understand. Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah. We did the first one last time, and now this time, this is one of the most famous ones for sure. Out of the gates, Johnny, how are you? You get the whole set. You get the whole pit right there in the backyard.
right. Yes, I think I'm the only one with a Frankie Williams T-shirt. Beautiful.
Is that a kilt or a blanket? What do you got?
It's just a blanket. Yeah.
Okay, I did pull out my hot rod
I
shirt.
see. I see. The vintage. Yes, we got the same one. Yes.
So we're ready to rock. All right, so we're rolling through 84 on April 14th, Championship Wrestling. Piper has still just kind of been doing some pits, right? Been doing some managing. Hasn't really been active in the ring yet, but really making his name, his bones pretty quickly here in the WWF, right?
Right, but hasn't gotten physical yet. It's all been verbal. So, spoiler alert. I think this is the first one where it gets physical, a little physical.
So you may be watching this, and if you're new to this era, you may be saying, who is Frankie Williams? John. Frankie Williams was a staple of WWF television preliminary matches. He was born in 1940 in Cleveland, Ohio. Not Columbus, Ohio, but Cleveland, Ohio. Billed from Columbus, Ohio. He was a New York area, kind of an outlaw indie wrestler. Made a lot of appearances on WWF television from 75 to 84. He was known as El Vaquero, or the Cowboy, in Ringside 41, which is a wrestling company directed toward the Hispanic community in the New York tri-state area. WWF had an agreement with them, and they would bring guys in like Frankie Williams. Do you have any exposure at all to Ringside 41?
Yeah, during that championship era, he's like one of the the elite jobbers. I guess him, SD Jones, Sharp was a little later, but during that time, he was one of the top ones. Johnny Rods, and I guess he would be like considered like a face jobber, where usually he would have to take it to the heel, take one for the heels. So.
Yeah, he racked up some wins early in his low card status, and then he really becomes just a job guy. It looks like he actually did some color commentary in 1980 after he got hurt by Swede Hansen and a pile driver.
Gotta look that up.
Yeah, they would wrestle again in '83 at the Boston Garden. Seems like he was kind of a joker backstage. He also made the trophy belts, it says, in the 70s and 80s. I don't know what that had to do with it, but and then of course this will be his most infamous moment here, and he retired pretty much right after this.
Some good research. You should do like a documentary. You should.
Well, I'm going to give all credit to ProWrestlingFandom.com. But, he passed away in 1991, which God feels so long ago. Like, man, he's been gone for a while. April 23rd, 91. I did go to Cage Match to see like if we could find his record here. But I'm not as good at Cage Match as others. So like it looks like he has 710 total matches. Though. Oh, here we go, match statistics. Let's see here. All right, 703 matches. Do you want to guess his record, Johnny?
703.
Guess how many wins he has. Just guess how many wins he has because he's got some draws too. But
I'll go. I'll give him 60.
61. 61. How the hell did you guess that?
You gotta be kidding me! No way.
61 wins.
I swear, I did not look that up. No way. That is.
I know you didn't look it up. You're a one device. You don't know how to fucking search around. So I know you didn't look it up.
You gotta be kidding me! It's 61 and what? 61 and 630.
Well, 61, 608 losses and 34 draws. His most successful year was 78. He had 19 wins in 78.
That's why I quit gambling. I get stupid shit like that right. But if money was on the line, it never would happen.
He was 19 and 113 in 1978.
19. That's kind of high. That's a lot, man.
That's his most wins. He was 7 and 100 in 80, 9 and 97 in 82, 4 and 59 in 83, and then he only has it shows here 18 matches in 84 and 2 in 85. It doesn't have the win-loss there. I'm guessing they're all losses.
Once in a while, those opening matches at the Garden, maybe there's Duke Doherty.
Oh, yeah.
Over or something like that.
Yeah, it says early in his career he was picking up some of those over Tony Altamore, guys like that. But yeah, there you go. There's also some like comments from cage match, graders, like fans. One of the worst wrestlers, one of the worst looking wrestlers. Maybe he lacked the guts or courage. Maybe he should have been making pizzas, but he managed to scrape out a living as a few years as a jobber. As bad as he looked as a wrestler, he stood out more for his bland preliminary wrestlers they have today. Highlight of his career is beating Bad News Brown twice by DQ early in his career. So there you go.
As we're going to see, he stole that from what we're going to see next, the pizza line.
Making pizzas.
Yeah.
All right, so Frankie Williams has been around for a while. He's not much of a current jobber at this point. He's obviously winding down quite a bit. There's no matches pretty much after 85. So why don't we go ahead and watch this? It is on YouTube.
But I think this is like the first one of the pits where like you could tell right away that there's a schlub in there, like all the other ones where somebody
actual wrestlers, yeah,
prominent, yeah. So you could tell there was gonna be some shenanigans coming.
All right, let's fire it up.
His boy, he was managing Orndorff and Schultz, and then they go right to it. Man. But this is also see if you notice this is also an iconic pit because it's only the one time that something happens. And,
okay.
I'll see if you could come up with it.
All right, I'll take a look as we go. We're getting clips here of Piper's Chargers getting a big win. Orndorff and David Schultz with the tag match victory. All right, here we go. Here he is. I like how they don't even try and make him look presentable in any way.
I know he's just all slumped over in a chair. Just the horrible singlet, this pale as can be. Oh my god! I'm from a Columbus, Ohio. Classic.
Piper said, "Never lost in Columbus."
Yeah, right. I love how matter of fact he says, "Yeah, have you ever lost in that?" Yeah. The blank look. It doesn't get a rise out of it.
He doesn't know what he would say.
Look at that. Look, he got so excited where he smacks himself in the face with the microphone now.
That's what finally gets him fired up.
As soon as he heard Coward, he got fired up. But then when he tries to be a tough guy, he grabs the mic and he smacks himself in the face with it.
Well, it's funny because nothing about his win-loss in any way bothered him. It was when Piper said you should be
Coward. But I think with the Coward, when he said if it's Coward, he said, I'm no coward. But then when he tried to be tough, he smacks himself right in the face. I'm surprised he didn't get like a bloody lip. He didn't gig himself. It was the Coward that got to him. He was all calm until that comment. I'm no coward. Yeah. He smacks himself in the face. He said, I'm always in there.
Yeah, no room for nobody.
No, that's the thing. He says, I don't run from nobody. But Piper says, oh, you got no room for nobody. And he says, I'm always in there. Then, forget
there it is.
He doesn't have a chance. I love how he doesn't once get up. He's like in that chair. It's like he doesn't even try to get up.
And, like, probably with the Superman shirt on as well.
Yeah. The one thing I'm all time I was talking about is Vince cutting in. You never heard that again, like in the snooker one and
where he talked
about Vince interjects. It never happened again. Like even like years later when when Piper turns and they do he gets the beat down. They always stayed like silent. But that was the first time with Vince. Like, Vince really added to it too. He's like, "Oh my God, that's incredible!" I love that Vince. That's incredible.
And I mean, I like that they kept it short. Like, this guy is not gonna be able to say much. Just let Piper rip him for a couple, for a minute, and then smack him.
It gets him over as an asshole. So much. But poor Frankie, he did it perfect. I don't know what he was in for, but the line when Piper turns his shit around, he goes, "I don't run from nobody," and Piper's like, "Oh, you got no room for nobody." He's like he didn't understand what he was saying, and he turns back.
Well, and it's funny that they didn't bother
no room for nobody. You're a lousy wrestler.
It's funny that they didn't like re-tape it. You know what I mean? Either like with that botch, they just fucking let it rip.
Yeah, I think I don't think they let Frankie know what was going on. They just that was kind of one. Yeah, Vince. They take advantage of the job. They really just. I think they told Piper and they didn't let Frankie know what was going on. He didn't even get up, man. and then he's disposed. He's like all rubbery in that chair.
And it's like, yeah, he looks stupid and they kind of humiliated him, but it does make him a bit of a legendary trivia question or a figure in wrestling compared to a lot of other jobbers at the time who were lost to time. Like, so it was a memorable moment and scene. It's kind of one of his last, as it says. Like, he's done by the next year, dies 6 years later. So this leads him to live on in infamy in this clip.
Especially at this time, we haven't seen Piper in a ring yet. He's managing. Right. He just managed we saw the tail end. He managed Schultz and Orndorff. So this, gets him over that. Yeah, he is a physical threat, even though it's just a schlub. But gets over what an asshole Piper is. And then the iconic, just when you thought you had all the answers, I changed the questions. That's just brilliant right there.
Thinking of all the infamous pits, where do you put this? Not from like your favorite to watch, but like historically famous pits.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of good ones that aren't as widely known or seen, like some of the Bruno ones at the Boston Garden. Like, those are known by like diehards, but like when you think of like the widely known, most famous pits, top three with Snuka and then Andre probably.
Yeah. Snuka's got to be number one, but I put this behind. I put this at number two, and then
ahead of Hogan and Andre.
Yeah, those are good in another way. Those are good, historic, but for the entertainment value of this. But those ones with Hogan and Andre are special too. But I put this as number two.
It's up there. Yeah. The only other one I can think of that's maybe even at the level would be like the Morton Downey Jr. one at 5, just because it's in the ring at WrestleMania, so it's pretty well known. But
the live ones with Bruno were incredible.
Oh, those are awesome. Yeah, they're just not as widely seen. All right, Johnny, this was a lot of fun. Hopefully everyone's enjoying this episode of ChroNoSo 84. Summer's going to be wrapping up, sadly, here, but ChroNoSo's got you covered with everything. We got more PLEs to come from WWE into the fall. We'll be covering them with previewing every match, all the post shows. We cover old school wrestling, of course, shows like this, and then we cover ECW, classic NXT takeovers. Chad Campbell and I are in the Wrestling War Zone. We do different projects. And then, Johnny, Football season
is coming. Yeah, we'll see. Audio only. Nobody wants to see old fucks talking about football. But audio only.
I don't need to see Senior laying on his bed talking to you guys, but you have to subscribe to both. You get video and audio content for NoSo. There are some audio exclusive shows, and this week in the NFL, hopefully we'll be back for another year. You guys have been on a good streak the last 3 years, so they keep it rolling.
We'll see. The Cowboys under a lot of duress.
He is under a lot of duress, but listen, you got to cover the Jets Super Bowl season, so we got to do that. All right, that'll do it for us. Continue listening to the rest of ChroNoSo 84. Thanks to Ryan for putting it together, and we'll talk to you all soon.